There's cheese butters, but it's not dessert. It's
Listen to my tale!
It was on a dreary night of November.
Being the daughter of two literary celebrities, I thought of writing very early. It was my favorite pastime as a child, though I never made myself the hero. I wish to be allowed to speak, that I may say what I know. Hear me!
It takes everything I have to recall the frightful events which impressed me with feelings that made me what I am.
A tale to thrills, all connected to me with horror. How can I tell you our misfortune?
I don't know that the story of my disasters will be useful to you, but when I see you facing the same dangers, I imagine you may learn from me. If not by my warnings, at least by my example.
I don't dare postpone what I wish to express, but never had the courage to begin. Don't I deserve to accomplish some great purpose? If only some encouraging voice would answer. Listen to my tale!
Among the tamer seeds of nature, I might be afraid of your disbelief.
Or ridicule.
But many things appear possible in these wild and mysterious regions.
When you've heard my story, abandon or pity me, as you think I deserve. But grant me compassion. Hear me.
Listen patiently until the end.
I couldn't bring myself to reveal a secret that would fill my listener with fear.
I was silent when I would have given the world to confide the fatal truth. I confess to you that I loved you. I confess to you that I love you. I confess to you that I love you.
I confess to you that I love you.
I confess to you that I love you. Something whispers to me not to depend too much on the prospect open before us. But I won't listen to such a sinister voice.
Why do you ask me to remember circumstances I shudder to recall, of which I have been the miserable author?
I know how heavily and fatally this circumstance weighs against me.
Listen to me! I have one dreadful secret.
When I confide this tale of misery and terror, it will chill you with horror.
The strangest tale imagination ever formed. Too connected to be mistaken for a dream, and I have no reason to lie.
I did confess, but I confessed a lie, and I have no power of explaining.
Listen to my story, and you will understand. Listen to me! Hear me! Tell me! Answer me! Prepare to hear of occurrences usually deemed marvelous. I can't believe it's raining again.
You mean still raining?
Same thing. Not at all. To say again, I said it stopped and started, which it has not. If you want to be a writer, Jane, you need to learn to be more specific with your words. I never said I wanted to be a writer.
Oh no, you just want to
Conquer one. And I have, haven't I? What the most famous and handsome and sought after.
I hate to point this out, dear sister, but Byron has rarely glanced at you since we got to Geneva. I think he prefers being the hunter to the prey in a romantic chase.
Well, it's not like the summer is over yet, dear sister. Not that you know the summer. All this rain. I like this weather.
It's true.
You would. Why do you have to be so gloomy all the time?
I like your gloomy. Don't listen to Claire, don't ever change.
Never. That sounds dumb.
Then only change in relation to me. How's that?
If you're looking for a change, Percy.
Don't I hear Byron calling you Jane?
So much free love and free thinking.
don't have a prayer. It isn't good.
You tease her too much.
She knows I'm just teasing.
Yeah, what if I don't?
She's your sister.
Step sister, and no one wants to share everything with a sibling.
There will always be nothing for you. Besides, if it wasn't for Claire, you and I wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't have the chance to know the great Lord Byron.
Well, he was an admirer of my father's work, just like you were. We might have met in Tobacco.
If we weren't banished from your father's house with goodbye.
Don't mention it. I miss him, Shelley.
Never mind. You'll have to forgive us eventually. Now, speaking of Byron, have you come up with the ghost story for his town tales?
No.
Mary, when the most celebrated poet we know encourages you to the perfect time.
Do I hear someone singing my praises?
Someone's always singing your praises, Byron. I'm trying to think of a ghost story. I just don't have one. Yet.
What? Some idea that I've of two now geniuses?
Just as I keep reminding her.
Byron's been working on a vampire story. I want to suck your blood.
You see, Shelley, fame isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's not easy having a following.
Forward to it.
Get right in there. Something to curdle the blood and clear the heart. Then you and I shall publish our stories together.
What? But Byron?
Now, Shelley, how about you and I go up for a sail?
In the rain?
Excellent idea.
Can't I go?
Now, I want to do our discussion from last night. The principle of life. Do you think any of these goblins will discover where it comes from?
Well, the corpse could be reanimated death. It might not be the end.
There are yes, who was the director
A story. Something to speak to our fears, to make the reader dread to look around. As a child, I scribbled, but now I'm 19. A mother, no longer a child. A mother once, but not, and now again. I try to think of a story, but the only thing I can picture is my first child. My den baby. When Byron and Shelley speak of bringing corpses back to life, how can you help it? Until one night, I dreamed something else.
The student of unhallowed arts, kneeling.
Beside the thing he put together.
The hideous phantasm shows signs of life that stirs.
His success would terrify the artist who tried to rush away.
Hoping the spark of life he had given would die.
But the horrid thing stands, looking at him with yellow, watery eyes.
I love it. Oh. My story. But why does it have to be a man? I don't know. It was a dream. One doesn't dream on purpose. But if you're going to write a story about someone who creates life, should it be a woman? After all, Byron just be thrilled to hear the news. Oh, I'm sure. Not to mention our parents when they discover there will be 2 unwed teenage mothers in the family. Well, at least my baby's daddy doesn't have a pregnant wife.
Lord Harry and Shelley.
Maybe not. But I'm pretty sure Byron is technically still married too. Well, it's not like any of us believe in marriage. Anyway, I do think they are still your characters. They're part of you, aren't they? Only a man would have the nerve to try to create life himself, alone, without a woman. True enough. And notice how much more painless it is for him than it would be for us. It was on a dreary night of November.
I was in my laboratory, examining the change from life to death and death to life.
Physiology, the structure of the human brain, the science of math, chemistry.
Until a sudden light broke upon me. After days and nights of effort, I succeed in discovering the cause of life. More, I become capable of giving life to lifeless matter. After so much time and painful labor to arrive at the summit of my desires. The power is so overwhelming that all the steps leading to it disappeared, and I see only the results.
Sounds like childbirth.
I will create a new species. No parent could claim the gratitude of a child so completely as I will deserve theirs. And if I can succeed in giving life to something inanimate, I may one day be able to return life to the dead.
Return life to the dead?
It was on a dreary night of November that I first saw the accomplishment of my work. I collected the instruments to infuse a spark into the lifeless thing before me.
The dull yellow eyes open. It breathes hard. It moves. It's alive. It's alive.
How can I describe my feelings? I worked for nearly 2 years to give life to something inanimate, and it was my greatest dream. But now that I've finished, horror and disgust fill my heart. Unable to endure the creature I created, I rushed out of the room.
Well, it's scary enough for you, Myra?
Whoa, man! But look at this young girl. Come to think it's so very hideous an idea.
Only 19.
My mind is older.
But I'm delighted to learn that such a mind lurks within. It's in her blood, isn't it?
Her legs.
Blood. You inspired me to give more thought to my vampires. Off I go, the muse calls.
Byron, speed up blood and legacy.
I'll really have to sit down. 409 thought before dinner.
Now, chase off your green-eyed monster and tell me, what do you think? You know, it's your opinion I really care about. It's your own opinion of yourself that should matter most, not some man's. If I'd lived to raise you, I could have taught you that.
Very well done, Mary. I knew it would be.
Also, should I make a copy to send to Papa, or
I just have a few suggestions.
suggest it?
Thanks.
Worse, yeah, you're the real writer. Don't underestimate yourself.
Don't worry, I mean a few words here and there. For example, could Victor say, I'm able to endure the being I created instead of creature?
Yes, that's good.
And how will you develop this idea? Make it longer.
Well, I was thinking it was just a short tale.
Oh, no, you have to keep going. A novel. Isn't it time to prove yourself worthy of their parents?
He's right. The daughter of William Godwin and Mary Wollstonecraft. My daughter is guaranteed a literary reputation.
The page's fate is waiting here. This work shows promise. Don't throw it away.
A novel!
I'm saying.
I guess I have to go back to the beginning.
No child could have more tender parents than mine.
My son, your improvement will be my cause to take up. My birth was the cause of my mother's death. I'll marry you, William Godwin. As long as we're agreed, it's only for the sake of the baby.
Agreed, of course. I'm as philosophically against marriage as you are.
I already have one illegitimate daughter.
Mama, when is the new baby coming?
Poor Fanny. I can't put that stain on another child.
Until I look on Fanny's and sure my own.
I was an only child for several years.
It's a girl!
A sister! Can I hold her?
We were expecting a boy. We were going to name him William after his father.
So we'll name her Mary, or her father instead.
The irony of Mary Wollstonecraft, a feminist writer, dying from complications from childbirth. Mama? Complications? What's wrong?
Mary.
When my mother died, my uncle Frankenstein and his family took me in, rather than leaving me in the care of a stepmother.
Your mother and I have a pretty gift for you.
Elizabeth, my northern sister.
Fanny, Mary!
Papa, where have you been? Papa, we missed you so much.
But wait till you see. I brought you a new top.
A new mama? A stepmother.
And look what else.
A new sister and brother. I'm Jane.
There you go, children. Now, you all get along.
Why does Papa need a new family? He says I'm his little girl now. Doesn't he love us anymore? He's just doing his best to take care of us. Victor, Elizabeth, wanna play Knights and Dragons with me? Henry, do your parents know you're here? Where else would I be? The Frankenstein house is where all the fun is. On guard! What are you all doing? Be careful, Ernest, we're in the middle of a battle. I wanna play too. Where's when I cut?
Little brothers.
Ernest can be the bad guy. Yes, come on, Ernest, let's be the dragons together. Children, meet your new baby brother, William. He's so cute. Another brother? William? That was supposed to be my name. Be nice, Mary. That's right. Be nice or Mama will send him away. My father died, so my mother needed me to go somewhere else. Children, this is Justine. She'll be coming to live with us as well. Justine, a sister, just what we needed. I'll always be grateful to your family for rescuing me from mine. On guard! Justine won my dragons. At least I'm not stupid like some people. You're just jealous because I'm prettier. Can't we all get along? No! 5 children in the house. Victor, Elizabeth, Ernest, Justine, and William. Don't forget me. A whole happy family, just what your mother and I always wanted.
Annie, Mary, Jane, the boys. And none have the same 2 parents.
Very modest.
Papa, where are you going? Not if I get you first, Ernest.
It's done. Please.
Listen to this. A man to be greatly good must put himself in the place of others. Their pains and pleasures must become his own. The great instrument of moral good is the imagination.
Moral good? Come on.
How about this? The sunlight claps the earth and the moonbeams kiss the sea. What are all these kissings worth if thou kiss not me? Romance, poetry.
How about we all just focus on our own books?
What were you reading?
The Great Magic Circle of Agrippa for the Evocation of Demons.
What's it about?
Raising ghosts and finding the elixir of light.
Didn't your father say you shouldn't waste time on those books? I believe his exact words were, "Those books are trash."
Mosquito, he barely even looked at the title page.
I think your father's pretty smart. He showed us how that Americans experiment with electricity works, didn't he? Did it with a machine of kites.
Can't wait till I turn 17 so I can go to college and study under real scientists.
Tune it up, Victor. Elizabeth, Mother's sick, and she's asking for you. Almost all civilized women are anxious only to inspire love, when they ought to have a nobler aim of gaining respect for their abilities and virtues. See, Fairy,
I totally thought we're the subject of raising.
Mary, you know you're not supposed to come up here by yourself. I'm not alone. You're here. What are you reading? A vindication of the rights of women.
Reading your mother's book at your mother's graveside? That's creepy.
Yeah, better than your mother who reads my mail and invades my mail, Mary. Reasonable. Reasonable. It's your job, Fanny. Remember? At least you're respected. In this family, if you can't write a novel, you're not even worth acknowledging. I can't help it if I'm still smarter than you are, Jane. Mary, that's not nice. Should I be nice? You're Papa's favorite. She's hers. And I'm nobody's. If our real mother were here, she'd understand me. You're like I am. We can't bear to be slighted by anyone we love. We must hold first place or none. Papa taught me to write my name, but tracing the letters on this tombstone. Her name was the same as mine. Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin.
The Godwin sisters.
Shelley. Mr. Shelley. Hello, Mr. Shelley.
I read your mother's book too now. Her ideas influence my thinking as much as your father's. Admire her both.
He's not my father. We're not all Godwins. You read our mother's book? Shut up, Fanny. He's not talking to you. My poor Fanny. Always in the shadows. You two should probably go home now. Shelley and I'd like to stay a while longer to talk about philosophical subjects. You don't mind, do we, Fanny? Oh, no, you'd be bored. Mary, Fanny, please. You're only 16. He's married. Percy? Parents. They came to our house together. We met her.
Percy, your daughter keeps asking when you're coming home.
No, he's separated. His wife doesn't understand that. That's what they all say.
His wife is having his baby.
So am I. Unfortunately, it is vain to expect virtue from women until they are independent from men.
That's not vain. Let's just leave him to it.
Never come.
I've always lived.
He still what took you so long?
I told your father that I wanted to marry you.
Marry her? But what about me?
I loaned him all the money he asked for. Then, Simon thought he would be a bit more hospitable.
What do you mean? What happened?
I told him that my marriage to Harriet is dead.
Because you were unfaithful.
He doesn't share my ideas. My ideals, my passions. Not like you do. I knew we had a connection all the time.
Are you in love with her or her famous parents?
But your father, you forbid me to ever see you.
He can't do that.
He's your father. He believes in you.
No, Shelley, you know, I need you.
Then you elope with me.
Elope? Running off with another 16-year-old girl? Percy, do you realize you're proposing to do the exact same thing to me that you did with her? Unbelievable!
You want to separate us, but we don't need to be married. Love is free. We can run away, have an adventure, just like we talked about. We belong together.
An equal partnership.
An equal partnership.
Yes? Not so fast! You thinking you're gonna leave that house? You're going to take me with you? Yeah, we most certainly are not! Oh, is that right? You're afraid I'm gonna accidentally let your plan slip? You know. You leave that house, Mama will lock me in it and then throw away the key, and in that case,
It's okay, Mary. I can rescue you both.
See, Shelley? Lucky you. 2 damsels in distress for the price of 1.
we'll have to leave early in the morning with nothing but the cold water back.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry to leave you all so soon after losing Mother. I still can't believe she's gone.
She wanted you to continue your studies. She wants us all to go back with the duties and the pleasures of our lives. Elizabeth and Justin will be here to help your father with Ernest and William. And I'll be around until I can convince my parents to let me join you at college. The boys listen to us better than they do you anyway.
Damn, you just let them get away with doing whatever they want.
Hardly. All right, Shelley. Let's find your goodbye vicar.
Elizabeth knows I'm not serious.
I've grown up in this house, haven't I?
Like a sister, but better.
I just wish I were sending you off to study something more interesting. Drama, poetry, not natural philosophy.
Well, in other studies, you go as far as others have gone before you, and that's the end. But in science, the discoveries are limitless. How can you find that boring?
To each her own. But to be a scientist, you have to apply yourself to every branch of natural philosophy, from mathematics to chemistry. Sounds like a lot of work. I'd rather be an explorer. I want to be a poet when I grow up. Excellent idea, William. A boy after my own heart.
The principle of life. That's what I want to study. Where does it come from?
That's a bold question.
And one that's always been a mystery. Imagine if I discovered it. Goodbye. I'll see you all soon.
Bye, everyone. Dear Mary, imagine our household's distress when we found you and Jane gone.
To Miss Godwin, I hope to persuade you to calm my husband's passions and send him back to me.
I wish I could join you.
Please tell Percy, in response to his invitation, that I will not be joining your party, and that my father will not be paying off any more of his debts.
Papa and Mama have forbid me to have anything to do with me. No, Papa asked me to remind you that he is still expecting Shelley to send the letter he promised. Look, isn't she beautiful?
Dear Percy, although you never ask after me or write word of yourself, you may be glad to know your deserted wife has had a son, an heir to the Shelley name.
Well, she's so small.
How do you feel, Mary?
Only a little
Well,
tired.
I don't feel so well myself. I have this pain in my side.
Poor Shelley. I'll take you to the doctor. Mary, you can sleep on the baby. Good morning. What a good baby. Not even 2 weeks old and already sleeping for the night. When I got up from your feeding earlier, you were dreaming so peacefully I couldn't bear to wake you, but now, up we go, sleepyhead. Wake up. Wake up. Shelley. My uncle baby, wake up.
Okay, back.
Dear Victor, do you realize you've been away at school for almost 2 years now, with no visits home? Have you forgotten about your family?
Dear Elizabeth, how can I come home? I'm too busy pursuing my studies and the hope of some important discovery.
Physiology, the structure of the human frame, the science of anatomy, chemistry, the principle of life.
Don't I deserve to accomplish some great purpose?
The dull yellow eyes open. It breathes hard. It moves. It's alive. It's alive!
If only some encouraging voice would answer. No. Unable to endure the being that created.
I have been searching all over campus for you.
Oh, Henry. Oh, what are you doing here?
You look terrible. When was the last time you slept?
I've been so focused on my workplace.
So this is your laboratory? Aren't you gonna invite me in?
Yes, of course. Just give me a moment.
Were you expecting the dragon to jump out at you? A monster?
A monster. Don't be ridiculous. Is it gone?
Is what gone?
It is. It's gone. I'm free. I'm free.
Victor, what's the matter? Victor, help me!
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth sends us their best. Victor, save us!
Elizabeth?
Victor, what on earth is wrong with you?
Don't ask me. That thing to tell you.
What are you
Save me!
That's all back. Just. Okay.
My baby is gone. My baby is dead.
I still don't feel so well. Possibly some kind of hypocalcemic fever.
Oh, poor Shelley.
And we have to take you to the doctor again.
Mary, you stay here. Rest. Stay here. And think of my little dead baby. Dear Fanny, I know it's foolish, but whenever I'm left to my own thoughts, I always come back to this. I was a mother, and I am no longer. And every day, I'm left to my own thoughts while Shelley and our sister go off without me. Dear Mary, I know it's not much comfort to say I'm sorry, but Papa won't allow Jane to come back home. He says the scandal of you all running away together will hurt my chances. No, chances of what? I don't know. Night after night, I dream my baby comes to life again, that she had only been cold. So from her, and she lives, and I wake up and I find no baby. I am also in the same dreadful state of mind. I'm always trying to escape. I think about the little thing all day. I am not in good spirits.
Mary, Claire has gone to stay with a friend.
Really?
How'd you manage it, Shelley?
I have my ways where your sister is concerned. You need a distraction. So had a holiday together.
Just you and me?
Just you and me. So, that is
That sounds perfect, Shelley. You always know what I need.
I do. Don't I?
Mary. Mary. If only I could be rescued from this house, too. I just wish we'd get a letter from Victor or even Henry. It's been much too long.
Come on, Elizabeth, please. Henry's last letter said that Victor is still sick. Elizabeth, please let me see it. That's what I'm worried about. Henry's been sick for months now, and Victor's still not well enough to even write a letter home. You worry too much. Elizabeth, no, he's not going to stop at you, right? Can't we just take a walk in peace, William? Sure, if she'll let me hold the locket. It's precious. What if you lose it? It's a picture of my mother. I won't lose it. Come on, please. All right, but you have to wear it around your neck, not just hold it. I will, I swear. And promise to be careful with it. I promise. Thank you. Come on, Ellen, hurry. Let me look you around this. Dear Frank, I'm pregnant again. I'm filled with love and hope, but also fear. What if I can't create life, but only death?
Oh, God.
You really are a pushover. I know, but who can say no to that face? So, William, impossible. Dear Mary, we received Shelley's letter that you and your new son are both healthy and well. I am so happy, Vicky. Papa is very busy with his work, or I'm sure he would write to you himself. Please, Finn, tell Papa we named the baby for him, will you? My son's name is William. Where on earth did those boys go? Ernest, William, it's late. It's time to head home. Where's your brother? I don't know. See, I thought he'd come back to you. You haven't seen him? Not since you two raced off. He's getting too good at hiding. Well, he can't hide from all of us. William, come out! Get some candles, torches, anything. We have to keep looking. I'll go back, of course, and try to retrace our steps. Oh, you're so just, it's not safe. I'll be fine. It's William I'm worried about. William! We've been out here all night. Where could he have gone? He must have gone lost. We'll catch his death out here. William!
What a day! I can't remember the last time I had so much fun.
It's good to see you finally back to your old self, Victor. No more raving nonsense about monsters.
Monsters. They're crazy.
You got a letter from Elizabeth? Dear Victor, how can I tell you our misfortune? William is dead. William has been murdered. Victor, please, come home. Mary, we're all impressed that you spent the whole summer working on this story. But really, now you're killing William? I'm not, Shelley.
Go ahead. If you're almost home, let the family know I'll be there soon.
You're stopping here in the dark, a storm?
I need to see the place for my brother.
I'll go with you.
No, thank you, but I have to do this alone. Frankenstein! The king! The wretch I brought to life? Could it be my brother's murderer?
You see, the creature kills William? Same thing. You're saying I'm the creature? Well, now that you mention it, there are some similarities. Oh, do tell.
No mother? Abandoned by father?
Never mind. But look at what you just wrote. Your son's name is William. Your father's name is William. Are you really going to kill the character named after your only living parent and child?
Not to mention yourself. Remember, you were supposed to be a boy named William.
Don't be silly, Claire.
Oh, come on. Even I know that's a lot of symbolism. Ask Byron and Shelley what do our great poets have to say.
But what can I do? A being I gave life to myself, murdering my innocent brother? Who would believe it? If anyone told me a story like that, I'd think they were insane.
If William, the character, dies in my writing, maybe he can live in my life.
What is that? Some kind of bargain with the universe?
No, I'm just trying to show that there are consequences to Peter's actions.
Everything has its price.
And it's the innocent who suffer.
So, bring your travels home to Geneva to pay the piper, just as you, Shelley, and I are visiting England.
We're not visiting. You can't be seen in London while you're pregnant. And you'll be paying the piper too if Byron won't take responsibility for your baby.
Then it'll be our secret until he comes around. I know he will. Eventually.
Claire, be careful. Secrets only grow. Just look at Victor. Victor, if only you were well enough to come home 3 months ago, we were all happy and alive.
Poor William.
At least your mother is spared this loss.
It's all my fault. I let him with a locker with a picture in it and somebody killed him for it. I murdered him.
Elizabeth, no!
How's it you, Elizabeth? Could anyone have imagined it would be Justine?
Justine, but... Well, that's crazy. No one believes that, do they?
No, we don't. No one believed it at first, but her behavior has been so confusing lately. And when you add that to the evidence,
I'm as sure of her innocence as I am of my own. To see everyone else so prejudiced against her?
her trial ends today, and then she will hear it all.
I am innocent, Your Honor. I can explain the facts brought against me, and I hope that the court will take my past character into consideration when judging any suspicious circumstances.
Where did you pass the night in question?
We had all been out looking for William. I went back along the path for a walk.
Alone?
Yes. I stayed out all night. I only stopped to rest for a minute. When I woke up, it was dawn. So I started home to see if anyone else had found him.
I saw her very close to where the murdered child was found.
If I was near William, I didn't know it. I wish I had.
When I asked her what she was doing there, she looked at me very strange-like and gave some answers that made no sense at all.
Of course I made no sense. I was worried, sick, and I had hardly slept.
Where are the servants in the Frankenstein household who have more evidence?
Right here, Judge. When Justine came home and saw the boy's body, she fell into hysterics. We had to put her to bed. I picked up the dress she was wearing to wash it, and discovered Miss Elizabeth's locket with Mrs. Frankenstein's picture inside, right in the closet.
I have no idea how it got there.
I heard Miss Elizabeth say she gave it to the boy when they were walking, and that she noticed he wasn't wearing it when they found it. Poor thing. I was the one who said we ought to bring the locket straight to you, Judge, Your Honor, and not to tell a word to the family as not to upset them, and that's improper.
Is this true?
It's the same locket, yes.
It's the same locket.
And when did you last see it?
Right before William went missing, I put it around his neck.
I mean, come on, so obvious. You understand how heavily this was against you.
Your Honor, I wish to be allowed to speak.
Wait.
Justine has lived with our family for many years.
She nursed Mrs. Frankenstein in her last illness with the greatest care. She was most attached to William. To have murdered a child she loved, the son of her benefactor, for the sake of a piece of jewelry? She knows if she wanted that locket, I would have given it to her willingly. Listen.
The court finds the accused guilty. This tip of death.
I did it. I confess. Elizabeth, I'm sorry. You know how much I love William. When did people become monsters? Thirsting for each other's blood? Do you really join the crowd in believing I could be so wicked? Nothing could shake my confidence in you. But your own confession. I did confess, but I confessed a lie. What? Why? I confessed so that I might receive mercy in death. But that lie now is worse than any other sin. Justine, no, we can prove your innocence. You can't. But I can die in peace, as long as you know the truth.
Justine will be put to death tomorrow.
Good.
And the true murderer walks free.
This is all my fault. I'm the true murderer. A weight of despair presses on my heart. I'm tempted to plunge myself into the silent lake that the waters may close over me and my calamities forever.
Dear Mary, I am determined never to live to be unworthy. I've long thought the best thing I could do would be to put an end to the existence of a being whose birth was so unfortunate. I love this girl. I'm sorry your real father never loved you. Shelley, this letter from Fanny is very alarming. You have to go find her. A being who belongs nowhere, whose life has only caused pain to others. London, I tried to poison myself when you were just a baby, after your father abandoned us. I never asked to be born, but I wrote to him and told him I was sick at heart, and he found me before the poison took effect. My death may give you pain. She'll soon forget such a creature ever existed.
Sorry.
She's gone.
Do not disturb the silent dead. Do nothing. Destroy the obscurity your sister wanted.
Papa wants us to leave her on the plane, not give her a proper burial so her body can be taken by grave robbers who steal corpses for science and sell them to the highest bidder?
This isn't a scene from your book, Mary. No one is going to create a monster out of your sister's parts.
Poor Fanny, what if we could have saved it?
Frankenstein! Murderer! You dare approach me? Where is your compassion? You are my creator. Yes, I created you. Come on here, let me tell you! You accuse me of murder, yet you would destroy your own creature. Hear me first. No.
Will you be fair to everyone except me if I not most do your justice and your kindness?
There is nothing between us.
If you, my creator, hate me, what can I expect from those who owe me nothing? I was good until being miserably alone made me a fiend. But you have the power to change that.
For the first time, I begin to feel what the duties of a creator towards his creation must be.
Listen to my story, then you can judge. It's hard to remember my birth. Everything was confused. I knew and could distinguish nothing. I was out in the world. I didn't know where I was or what to do. Sounds rang in my ears. Smells assaulted me. I wanted to express my feelings, but the inarticulate noises I made frightened me into silence. Days passed. I longed for food and shelter. I arrived in a village. Look at this. I was enchanted by it. Why do they scream and run? Why do they hate me? Then, one day, I see my own reflection. Now I understand. I don't look like them. I don't look like you. I'm a monster. A being whose birth was so unfortunate.
A being whose birth was so unfortunate. She belongs nowhere.
I need to go somewhere where no one can see me. Eventually, I find a spot. It's well hidden, but I can look through a crack in the wall and see a cottage and the family living inside.
Papa, I'm going to collect some vegetables from the garden for dinner tonight. They'll should be home soon.
Thank you, Agatha. Sorry I cannot be more help.
I wish I could join them, but I don't dare. Instead, I become their invisible companion. Watching them, I start to learn the habits, work, and meals and sleep, what it means to be human.
Did you get enough to eat, Papa? I know the soup is thin tonight.
It was very good, Agatha. You learned to be an excellent cook.
Here, Papa, there's a little more in the pot. Put it in.
I start to understand poverty and sadness, but also kindness and generosity.
Children, I may be blind, but I do not need to be able to see to know you're unhappy.
Say first, Papa. It always cheers us up.
As fair as morn,
Such sweet sounds and words. These people have a way of communicating with each other. How can I learn it and become their friends?
I would like to make some bread today, Felix.
Bread.
Is there any more wood for fire?
Fire.
I'll have to chop some more tomorrow.
I can help. While the family sleeps, I take Felix's tools and collect the wood, like I've seen you do.
Felix! Were you out chopping wood in the middle of the night? Not unless I was sleepwalking. And where did all this fire come from? I have no idea. Maybe some kind of good spirit. Maybe some kind of wonderful spirits.
Wonderful.
Felix? Safi isn't really you. Safi? Papa just never changes here. Hello. Hello.
Welcome.
I thought I'd never see you again. Before, Felix, sad, Safi, sad.
Sad.
But now, Felix, happy, so happy, happy.
She doesn't speak their language either.
I will teach you to speak and to read.
Seth and I both learned with me, and the books Felix uses for his lessons explain human society to me.
Parent. Parents.
Parents.
Children.
Children.
Husband. Wife.
These people belong together. But where are my friends and relations?
Where are my friends and relations?
I see and hear of none like thee.
I am alone.
I am alone.
I don't think I was made to inspire love.
Who could love a monster?
I ran off with Percy when I was just 16. Hardly 3 years later, she abandoned me and our children. Now here I am, alone, with child again.
The second time I tried to die, I threw myself in the river, where I thought there was the least chance of being snatched from the death I sought.
I am too wretched.
It's true.
Lowered in everyone's opinion. A weight of despair presses on my heart. Why should I drag on, miserable, with not one hope for the future? Percy, I hope you enjoy the happiness you've deprived me of. Not that the waters might close over me and my calamities forever. But I was saved. Percy, if you had never left me, I might have lived. A being whose birth was so unfortunate. She belonged nowhere.
Harriet Shelley found drowned, far advanced in pregnancy.
Your wife killed herself and her unborn child.
There was no need to call her my wife. It wasn't my baby.
Shelley! What have we done? Does our happiness have to come at Harriet's expense?
Harriet's death isn't our fault. She was driven away from her family and sank into prostitution. Her family are the ones to blame.
Are they?
I've got to get my children away from them.
Or Harriet? Or Fanny? Will all my sorrows be the atonement for your two fates?
As Sammy learned their language, I learned the history of my friends.
How could he love me when my father ruined your life? You tried to help him and he betrayed you. When your father was sent to jail, Felix believed you out of prejudice. A Frenchman would not have been condemned for the same crime, but because he's Turkish, they put him to death. I couldn't stand by such injustice.
Ever since you were exiled from Paris, Felix hasn't wanted to talk about what happened.
Maybe now the story has a happy ending. You can tell us what went wrong after you helped Safi's father escape from jail.
Felix brought us safely out of prison. We had to stay in hiding until my father could return to Turkey.
Safi and I got to know each other.
Best we could without speaking the same language.
Until she agreed to marry me. When I learned that you had been thrown in prison for what I'd done.
You never could have let that happen.
To think of my innocent father and sister in a dungeon while I enjoyed freedom and love. You see why I had to leave? He tried to turn himself in. There was a trial. They took our family's fortune and exiled all of us from France forever.
And while you were gone, my father ordered me to go back to Turkey. I'm only sorry it took him so long to find you.
It took courage to leave your father.
What father treats a daughter that way?
So childish, have to pay for what a parent is wrong.
I was more worried about how Felix had built. After everything that happened, can you really forgive me?
You have brought us joy.
Joy!
Let's sing, Papa.
I swear there's more that's
These are
precious.
good people. People who stood up against prejudice. All I need is the same kindness and sympathy. How can I present myself to them?
Papa, don't you want to join us for a walk to the village?
You children enjoy yourselves.
Having lived up to Breeze to enjoyment, not less.
I have some songs I'd like to practice before my grandchild arrives.
You must be long.
This is my chance.
Come in.
Pardon me, sir. I'm a traveler in need of rest. Would you allow me to sit a few minutes before your fire?
Of course, unfortunately my children are not home and I am blind, so I may not be able to offer you more.
Oh, please don't trouble yourself.
Where are you traveling?
To find some friends. I'm an unfortunate, deserted creature. I have no relation on Earth. These friends have never seen me, so I'm filled with fear. If I fail with them, I'm an outcast forever.
They're good people. You should have nothing to fear.
They are the most wonderful people, but they're prejudiced against me. They think I want to hurt them, so where they ought to find a kind friend, they see only a monster.
Tell me your story. I may be able to help. I can't see your face to believe it, but I believe your words are sincere.
How can I thank you? Yours is the first voice of kindness I have ever heard.
Only right, please.
It's time. Save me. Protect me.
What do you mean?
You and your family are the friends I seek. No.
Monster!
Will no one ever see past how I look? Why did you make me a monster so hideous even you, my creator, would reject me? I didn't ask to be born!
Why is the world against it?
Shelley, still no luck.
No. How can a judge deny a father the rights to his own children?
You did abandon them with their mother.
Claire!
I'm sorry, I'm angry. Here's Shelley, desperate for his children, while I can't get Byron to acknowledge his.
Did you really think that having Byron's baby would make you come running back to you?
I know he's heard from him. What did his letter say?
I don't think you want to hear it.
I never loved or pretended to love her. But a man is a man. When a teenage girl comes prancing to you,
Prancing! He invited me!
the question is the brat my nigger?
Ask that.
Well, you are telling everyone she's not yours.
Only to preserve my reputation. I love my child, okay?
She's a beautiful baby just like her mother.
Will you try writing him again? Both of you? I know he'll listen to you.
Of course we will. Won't we?
Thank you, Shelley. I can always count on you.
I cannot take much more in this.
Oh boy.
Of her!
Have some compassion. Your sister's all alone in the world.
Oh, hardly alone.
She has you.
Now we need to chase off the green-eyed monster.
Shelley! Don't we have enough on our shoulders without the burden of Claire? You are trying to gain custody of your children. I am trying to raise the child we already have and growing another, in case you've forgotten.
Of course I haven't forgotten.
I'm also trying to just finish my book. And what about that poem you've been working on?
You know I've been writing. Here, sign into you.
Sorry. Having that dream again.
The dead coming to life.
It's almost her birthday. She would have been 2 years old if she lived.
What do you need here?
Can we get a house somewhere with a garden without Claire where we can work in peace
Please.
A house out in the city, master of the lawyers, we match to make it out of the children. Exactly. Thank you. Now, did you want me to review the last pages you wrote? Do you approve of the last suggestions I made?
Yes. And I've discovered a way to make the story longer. Someone for Victor to tell his story to.
Captain Bolton!
Another story within a story.
Captain Bolton is an explorer, writing letters home from a journey far north.
Where he meets Victor, who's gone north chasing the creature.
I am on a long and difficult voyage to unexplored regions. Don't I deserve to accomplish some great purpose? If only some encouraging voice would answer.
Your novel is becoming like a set of Russian nesting dolls, please.
That's a funny image to think of, considering I'm pregnant. Oh,
What's the matter?
Billy. Kicking.
If I succeed, many years may pass. If I fail, you will see me again soon. Or never.
So you came to Geneva looking for me? Who else could I go to? But before I found you, I met someone else.
I beat your nest. Now I'm going to hide. You'll never find me.
Child, someone so young can't be prejudiced yet. If I could just make friends with him, I wouldn't be so lonely.
Let me go, monster!
Stop! I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yes, you are. Your monster wants to kill me and eat me. Let me go. My father is Mr. Frankenstein. He'll punish you.
Frankenstein, you belong to my enemy. You won't be my friend unless you're my victim.
William!
Who is this? Your mother? Just another reminder of what I'll never have.
William! William, come out! This isn't funny, William! I'll stay out here all night if I have to.
Someone else will smile at anyone except me. She's the source of this crime. She should be punished for it.
William? Is that you? William! William, please! William!
So it was you. I knew it! That is my story, but this is my demand. Create another like myself.
Create another monster?
Never. I'm cruel because I'm hated. If just one person would treat me kindly, I'd be kind to the world in return. But if I can't inspire love, I will cause fear and destruction. How can you, of all people, deny me this request?
There is some justice in Nazis. As your maker's wife, oh, you vacuous.
Make me a companion, and our lives will be marvelous. No human will ever see us again.
Do you swear?
I swear. Go start your work. I'll be watching.
Dear Doctor, Shelley's wife is dead. Isn't it time for him to marry you now?
Mama says you'll have another death on your head if you don't marry Shelley soon.
She says Papa will. Kill himself.
Harriet has barely been cold a month.
Right.
Well, they do have a point. Do you really want to give birth to yet another illegitimate child?
My lawyer says it might help us get custody of Harriet's children if we're married.
And if it means Papa would finally start speaking to me again.
It would be for convenience, of course. Nothing more. The marriage could have some good.
Is that a proposal, Shelley? How romantic.
Wait.
Married. I congratulate you. Just think, my doctor, so well married.
Have you really no thought for the poor woman whose place our daughter claims?
A future baronet. Not to mention a rising young poet who has looked upon me as a mentor. An excellent match.
And since
Since when did William Godwin care about social status? I'm just so glad you're happy, Papa. It's all I ever wanted.
Though it's a bit ironic that he was the one who taught me that marriage is slavery.
Make women free citizens, and they'll quickly become good wives. Dear Byron, I'm writing on behalf of Claire and her child. Again. Though another event has occurred that may interest you. Though it's a little bit of egotism to mention it, it allows me to sign myself, Mary Shelley.
Now, you should apply these circumstances to your book. Readers want romance. Well, how could you give your monster a love interest but not your main character?
Well, the creature wants a companion, a friend.
Better to give him a bride. Victor too while you're at it.
I've made a promise, but how can I do such an awful job around my family? In my father's house. I have to get away.
You want to get away again? It seems like you just came home. Is Victor going somewhere?
Only for a little while. A work trip to England.
England? Excellent idea. I've always wanted to visit London. There, Henry, you go with him. Keep him company. You're going away? What about me? I'm the one that wants to be in this war. Father and I need you here, Ernest. But can we look forward to a wedding when you get back? Remember the promise you and Elizabeth made to your mother before she died? That we someday see you married? I remember.
I promise.
The future bride of Frankenstein? Seeing the world, this is what it means to live.
Now I'm bound by 2 solemn promises.
Now I enjoy existence.
To create a bride before I can make one of Elizabeth.
Victor, the only thing that would make me happier is if you were also enjoying yourself. You know what they say about all work and no play.
I'm sorry, Henry. Maybe I should go off on my own for a while.
But I came to be on this dirty witch.
I just need some time to get this work out of me. When I'm finished, I promise I'll be able to enjoy myself as much as you.
Hurry then. Finish your works in town. And don't forget the writing. Physiology, the structure of the human frame, the science of anatomy, chemistry, the principle of life.
Every day the work becomes more horrible.
You've already created one theme. Are you really going to bring another into the world?
You promised!
A new one might be 10,000 times worse than the first. I
swore we'd live away from all humans.
This fiend swears, but what if the next one doesn't?
You promised! I can't! No! You dare destroy my hopes! Think about what I can do to you. You are my creator, but I am your master.
What rights only make me sure I'm right to refuse.
Do you think I'll let you be happy while I'm miserable and alone? I will have my revenge, and you'll be sorry.
I'm not afraid of you.
You should be.
Dear Victor, hasn't it been long enough? Won't you join me again?
Yes, Henry. I look forward to it. I'm on my way. Excuse me. I seem to have gotten lost in my travels. Will you be so kind as to tell me where I am?
You will know that soon enough.
Why do you answer me so roughly? Is it your custom to treat strangers this way?
No, but it is our custom to hate villains.
Villains? That's right. Well, I don't know what I've done to make you think I'm a villain.
Oh, no, you don't.
Isn't this a free country?
Free enough for honest folks. You trust me here.
You need to give an account of the death of a gentleman found murdered here last night.
Murder? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but there are people who can vouch for my whereabouts.
He was a handsome young man. No sign of violence except for the mark of fingers on his neck.
Strangled?
Show the body, let's see how it reacts.
Henry!
Henry, my friend! Am I responsible for your death too? God, William, Justine! How many more victims will there be?
Baby Claire, did you ever consider naming her for your other sister?
I never got to hold my third child. She drowned when I did.
A second daughter for my second daughter. I hope you get to spend more time with her than I did with you.
I'm only grateful Shelley didn't win custody. That my children are safe with my family, instead with you.
I never had a child of my own.
Clara, it's all right.
Mary, look at my legs. If you think I have elephantitis,
Your poor father. Every time I have a baby, he gets sick.
I'm sure there's something wrong with you. You should probably see the doctor while I'm in London.
Don't forget the real reason you're going to London. Papa's expecting another loan.
I know how much it means to you to be back in your father's good graces now that we're married, but I'm not sure I'll be able to give him all the money he asked for this time.
Well, maybe the publisher will give us an advancement on my book.
Fortunately, that's not how this business works. We'll need 500 copies to start this.
Has the mail come yet? Anything for me?
Nothing from Byron.
Oh, my poor little angel. If only he'd come to England to visit you. I know he fell in love with both of us. I'm gonna have to try writing him again.
I'm surrounded by babies, Clara. Some bigger than others.
I need to bring the books back to the publisher. You reviewed them.
I hardly have the energy, but here. I give you carte blanche to make any final changes you see fit.
No need, Mary. You've done it. The last step for seeing your words in print.
And tell them I want to dedicate the book to my father.
I never asked to be born.
Calm down now.
Where am I?
In prison.
Alive?
As far as I can tell.
So it's all true?
If you mean about the gentleman you murdered, we probably better off for you if you were dead. That's none of my business. I'm just the nurse. Here, what?
Is he finally awake?
I'd say he's better. I've done mine. I'll take you.
Look, I'm sorry we had no hope to you there. Finding yourself in prison must be as shocking as finding your friend murdered. But I have no doubt the evidence will free.
How do you know so much about it?
Well, I had to read through your papers so I could find and notify your family. Now, what we do?
It's your father, Victor. Don't you know me?
Father, are you safe and Elizabeth and Ernest?
We're all fine, but poor Henry.
Henry!
Don't worry. Karen is taking care of your defense with the grand jury right now.
But what defense can there be? This is all my fault.
That's just the fever talk. Focus on getting your strength back so we can get you back home.
It's done. You're free.
You see?
Once we proved your whereabouts on the night your friend was found, the jury dropped all charges.
Thank you for everything, Kirwin.
Yes, thank you. But I don't feel free.
You'll feel differently once you're home with Elizabeth. She is already making plans for the wedding.
I will be with you on your wedding night.
Elizabeth, how can I...
We must give love for those we've lost to those who are still alive.
I will be with you on your wedding night.
And in time, new objects of care will be born. Won't they?
Children?
I will be with you.
Victor! What's wrong? This is supposed to be a happy day.
I will be with you on your wedding night.
Something whispers to me not to depend too much on the prospect open before us, but I will listen to such a sinister voice.
I do have a secret.
Tell me, Victor, please.
Tomorrow, I promise. But it has nothing to do with you, so for now, let's just enjoy our day.
A toast to Victor and Elizabeth, dear and valued friends since childhood,
I wish you a life of joy as husband and wife.
I will be with you on your wedding night. Will these be my last happy moments?
Come on, Victor, let's go to bed.
I'll be right there. I promise. I'm ready for you, demon. Oh, get ready! You plan to kill me, but I won't give you without a fight! Elizabeth! No! I told you!
Victor, Elizabeth, what is it?
Stop! A fake murderer! How could I not know this is what he would do?
I tried to follow the tracks, but it was hopeless. Whoever he was, he's gone. William, Justine, Henry, and now Elizabeth. We'll get through this. I can't have this. I can't live with much more horror. Oh no!
Life never ends. Your misery only begins.
Victor, what are we going to do?
I know the destroyer of our family murders. I'm the one who set this murderer loose, but I swear my revenge.
What are you talking about?
You'll be safer once I'm gone.
Gone? Where are you going?
I'll pursue this monster to death. Either his or mine.
Victor, no, please, let me come with you. Let me help.
Follow me. The ice is at the door.
Yes,
How can I describe the strange scene that's just happened to me? First, a sled carrying some kind of gigantic creature across the ice. How is this possible? Our ship is hundreds of miles from land. It's now another sled. This time carrying a human being. I've never seen anyone in such wretched condition. How have you survived out there?
Can't imagine you. You seek for knowledge as I once did. I don't know that the story of my disasters will be useful to you, but when I see you facing the same dangers, I imagine you may learn from me. If not by my warnings, at least by my example. Come on, enemy! Only your suffering satisfies me.
So this creature is what brought you so far north?
Among tamer scenes of nature, I may be afraid of your disbelief or ridicule.
Many things appear possible in these wild and mysterious regions.
Swear to me, Walton. You won't let him escape. The creature is eloquent and persuasive, but he can't be trusted.
Victor! Victor! Victor, no! You're my only friend!
But can any friend be to me as Henry was? Can any woman be another Elizabeth? Or another Justine? Can there ever be another brother like William?
Or parents who love their children more?
My last victim. I destroyed you by destroying all you love. Can you forgive me?
You come here now to whine over the desolation you've made?
It's true that I murdered the innocent, but am I the only one that did wrong? All I wanted were friends to see past my outward form and love me for my qualities within. Why don't you hate Felix or any of the others prejudiced against me? Tortured, spurned, and kicked and trampled on. Is that fair?
Still, you throw a torch into a building and sit among the ruins and lament the fall.
Go ahead and hate me. You can't equal how much I hate myself. I'll burn my miserable frame to ash.
I'll never see the sun
or stars, or feel the wind.
I will die.
Light and sense will pass away.
The fire will fade.
My ashes swept into the sea, borne away by the waves, and lost in darkness and in distance.
Mine has been a tale of horrors. I've reached their acme.
I am now reduced to these pages.
You've heard my story. You can decide my fate.
I've listened to the strangest tale imagination ever formed.
Papa says it's the most wonderful work written at 20 that he's ever heard of.
Not even 19 when she began.
And to consider that she is a woman.
A mother at 19. A writer at 19, published at 20. 5 children by 22. 4 of them dead by 23. A widow at 24, and at least 3 other deaths on my shoulders.
But you still have language.
Shelley, you are drowned. Your boat lost at sea, but your heart does not burn in your funeral pyre. I carried you through the rest of my life. Now that you've heard this strange, terrific story, do you feel your blood congeal with horror like mine? I now bid my hideous progeny go forth and prosper. My creatures. My novel. It is my legacy. The one child that will far outlive it. Learn lives. And do not seek to increase your own.